to place trade and be able to make profit. And if that is not happening, which means that something is wrong, and the original plan of the person joining FOREX is no longer active, so that person is, maybe that person will see his or herself as a failure or a FOREX failure. So, but this video, I want to help you out to show you simple ways you can place your trade and possibly make profit. See, I am not here to give you strategy that is not working. I'm here to give you strategy that is practicable, that we have used, we have practiced, and we have made profit with it. All right, so my name is GDFX. We don't share things and who don't have proof of it. We have proof of it, in as much as there are people who will never appreciate what you're doing, but it will not stop us from coming up with new things, because we know in every 12 there must be. All right, so yes, in this video I have many indicators here. So I want you to please pay attention, because I'm going to remove all those things and add them so that you will see how it will work, because I want everyone watching this video to make at least each time you place your trade, you'll be able to make profit. All right, you'll be able to make profit. So let me remove everything. So that I can add it together with you, so that you will be it will be easier for you to follow me and see how this strategy works from the beginning. All right, so please follow this strategy, because I'm going to help you so that you will at least place your trade once in a while. Now listen, we just buy, but don't worry, you'll see what I mean. Now, for those who just started newly, look at the F plus here, at the F on the at the top. Then you touch the F plus here, which is this one for newbies, but those who are old in it knows these things already. So for newbies, you touch here. For newbies, you touch here. All right, so if you touch here, the first thing we are adding is on the window, the main chart. We are adding alligator. So here is our alligator here. That is what we are adding. So let's add it first. This is the default settings. All right, this is the default settings, but I prefer exponential personally. I will leave the colors like this. I prefer exponential. So the jar 13,88553. So the median price, because it is the same person that work this thing, you work it with median price. So exchanging it or closing it will affect the movement of the market. I mean, the way you apply it matters. So leave this median price the way it's supposed to be, HL2. So that is the first one. Then there is something else you need to add. You need to add fractals. It is the same Bill Williams that owns these things. There is a very powerful man, so we use the fractal. So I'm using blue, but I can also change it to possibly gold or anything. So I'm using fractal. So just see, this is what I just added now. This is what I just added. That arrow on top is what I just added. All right, so let's go back again. I prefer adding moving average 200 to be sure of what I am doing, to identify higher uptrend and downtrend to see, because 200 moving average gives me the confidence to see whenever market crosses completely. So once I see that, I know that market have crossed completely. All right,
So I use blue color. You can use any color of your choice. So that is the only moving average we have, or we are using on the main chart. All right, so follow it carefully. And for those who say I don't add indicators, I'm adding it. Follow it now. Not when you open the video, maybe you skip it and go to the end, and sometimes you come to my comment section and begin to write and say that I don't drop indicators. So I'm dropping it now. So the next one is you add, for those who are new, add on the same F plus. Add it. If you add it now, look for what we are using to see signals in this video. The second thing we are using to see signals in this video is Oxum oscillator. This is Oxum oscillator. We want to draw from the Bill Williams. All right, so Oxum oscillator, you choose any color of your choice, but I prefer the default settings. So in this is what we have. We are not changing anything in it. This is it. We are not changing anything. This is what I just added now, the window. So now let me go back again to add my, so for me to add another thing which I'm going to use as my indicator window 2, I'll go to the first F plus. I'll go to indicator, then I'm looking for RSI. Now that RSI, which is relative strength index, the period is 14. Then the style I am using background color. Then this is the place that is very important for you to follow. This is, you should know this. The levels in the relative strength index is 90, 50, 10, 80, 20. I will explain these things once we get there. Then you say done. Then right in that indicator window 2, touch the F on that indicator window 2, which is the F plus. If you touch it, you now go to moving average. That moving average, what you will add there is you will add, number 1, you add 5. You add 5, then you change, I will change my color to any of my choice. Then I'll go back to the same place and add on that indicator window 2, touch the plus, the F plus on that indicator window 2. Then I will add my period as a 34. Then I'll change my color to be blue. Then remember that the method I'm using is exponential, but the default settings for the Oxum oscillator is simple. But based on the level of account we are using, we are not using simple, we are using exponential, so that it will be 34 EMA. All right, so this is what we have. Let's go back. Have you seen that this is exactly what we had at the early stage of this very video? All right, all that I have here now is back. All right, so now how do we use this to make profits? Let me show you how we can use this to make profits. Let me start by talking about scalping. When you want to do scalping with this, what we have on the main chart is our fractal and our 200 moving average. Then we'll have alligator. That is something people don't know. Each time you are using alligator, you are using a very powerful strategy. But the indicators you are using, like alligator, can sometimes be confusing. That will make you to lose your trade. But there is a need for you to add other things, so that once you confirm it from there, you also confirm it from the other previous days. Some people they are no longer comfortable with once they see something like this, it looks as if they are now used to MACD, AO, and accelerator or selector. So sometimes people are confusing. So now listen, I am bringing this video to you so that you will know, if you have not been able to make profit in your entire life in the forex world, this video is an opportunity for you. I want to look for a positive entry point, so that I will not Let me see, this is 1 hour time frame. Let me see, opportunity is here, but it's not yet confirmed. But from my lower time frame here, I am seeing a lower opportunity, because it have touched here. If it have not touched here now, I will have entered. Okay, now let me explain to you. Remember, number one thing you should know is this: the zoom level we are using is the last zoom level. This, the way it is now, zoom it out completely. Zoom it out completely. Please take that in your mind. Zoom it out completely. Then the second one, if you want to see the structure of the market, zoom it out. Then for technical analysis, then you zoom out once. If you zoom out once, you will see that the 24 EMA, that the 34 EMA will relax on the 10. Then the 5 EMA will relax on the 10. I mean, for scalping on all the crash. This strategy also works for step index, boom and crash, volatility, and even crypto. It works for, and even options, it works on it. All right, so it is tested and trusted. All right, so once you have something like this, when are you going to place your trade? Having mentioned those things, then the time frame you are to use is, there is no specific time frame other than the time frame that your account can handle, because I've been saying this here and I'll keep saying this. Every time frame responds to the higher time frame. The lower time frame is not powerful on its own. It is the movement of the higher time frame that controls the lower time frame. So the candle on 4 hours time frame gives condition of what will happen in the lower time frame. So telling you that the specific time frame for you to use here is 1 minute time frame is 100% wrong. But I can tell you that for a small account, 1 minute and 5 minutes time frame, especially 15 minutes time frame, can help you to coordinate your little entry point, which means that you will not waste much of your time. You only step in and step out based on your account. But for day traders and swing traders, your analysis should start from week, day, and 4 hours. Then your own lower time frame is 1 hour. So these are the little things you should have in mind. Now, how do you trade this very account and make profit? Take it from me, is 100. That is nothing like 100%, so to say, but we can say that it is 99 or 98% accurate, right? So let me show you how you can do this. Number one, let's look at the window, the main chart here. Let's look at the main chart here. Anything that is above the 200, anything that is above the 200 is about to enter into, anything that is above like this is about to enter selling, higher, uptrend. All right, it's about to enter uptrend. So you cannot be expecting what has crossed 200 moving average to be your downtrend. Get that into your mind. And there are 3 things you should look out for that will help you. Each time you see those things, please comfortably place your trade. You will make more profit than all the losses you have been accumulating. Now look at this place here. Watch there now. That is one trick I'm going to show you that will help you. If you can follow it, it will help you completely. Now, number one thing is, anytime you see we have red, we have blue, we have red, we have green on our main chart. So that green and red, anytime you see 3 of them cross together, let me add the strength of this, they call the so that you will see it clearly.
All right, so you can see it now. So anytime this thing crosses like this, no matter the zoom level you are using, if you confirm this thing that has crossed like this, then wait for something. Wait for one more thing. The one more thing you wait for is, for Scalping, please, for Scalping, watch this place. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. If you count it 4, then check the other one at the middle. If you count it 1, 2, 3, 4. This one now, this one you are seeing here now, please don't enter immediately, but there must be a cross here first. That is your first confirmation. If the whole lines cross together, then check 1, 2, 3, 4. Please remember, I am using the current movement of the market. I'm not backtesting yet, because I'll backtest and show you how it works. Then the first thing you should do is wait, count this one. This one now will not cross the zero line. If this one will cross the zero line, it will not enter into the, it will not start going above this place. So once this thing start going above this place now, you count 1, another green will open 2, another green will open 3. Are you seeing it? 4. If this thing opens, sometimes it may spike at this place. Even if it spike, don't bother yourself. After the 4 candles, after the 4 lines above this that have crossed this histogram line, is going to give you a bullish movement. Remember, if you see this on 1 hour time frame, after the histogram line, after the zero crossing, is going to give you, so it's going to give you another up movement. Remember, so each time the market goes like this, each time the market makes such a move like this, each time the market make a move like this and cross here, count the candles, count the histogram line. After 4, the next 4 you will see at this place, it may spike, but that spike will not cross over to this place. It may spike. After it, you are entitled to enter, at least to take 1 full candle, which is 1 candle on 5 minutes time frame. Sometimes from this very strategy, it moves up with a long time movement without retracing back. Then before that thing now will not count up to 5, it must have crossed this 200 moving average here. By so doing, you will not, because why it may spike that back is because of the resistance level. So the momentum may not be too strong for this thing to cross, but for the fact that you have this 200 moving average, then you will not be afraid if this thing will spike back. That means you will not enter, because you know that the momentum may not be that strong. But the first thing you should do is let this thing cross first. If this thing should cross, then allow the histogram to cross the zero line with the same green. If this thing crosses with the same green, that means you are getting close to what you have. Then the third moving average, the best way is watch here. Watch here. Let there be a cross between the red or the pink and the blue. If this crosses here, if this pink crosses 20, please watch the histogram. Anytime this thing crosses the 20, watch your main chart and watch the histogram. There is always an agreement for you to do your scalping. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Once, make sure that the blue line will come. Make sure it's going to come lower to the 10 levels. 2 of them, make sure that this one will come low and this one will come low. But the first one will first and cross the 20 levels. If that one crosses the 20 levels, allow this one to cross into the 10 levels. If it will step and cross this line, the 10 levels, if it will cross these 10 levels, if it will cross here, look at it. This one will cross the 20. That's first confirmation. This one now will now step into the between the 10 and the 20. Look at the cross here. This is the cross. And from here, you can now take 4 candles or 3 candles. Remember, this is 5 minutes time frame. And at this point, anything can happen. So, but the zoom level for you to be sure is that you must zoom out completely. So let's see 1 minute time frame for you to confirm what I am telling you. Look at it. So if this happened here and you enter, look at it, there must be an agreement between the histogram, the change in histogram, and there is one thing I promised to show you, and that is what I want to show you now. If you want to make profits, please listen. It may look as if it's lie, but do it on your demo and see what I'm about to show you. Oftentimes, in your 1 minute time frame, count when the market is about to change to histogram. Watch 1, 2. Okay, let's count from here. Just count from the previous histogram line from below. Then you count 1, 2, 3, 4. No, count 1, 2, 3, 4. If you count it, then let the histogram cross over. Then count another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, what happened? There was a spike. Then after the spike, what happened? After the spike, what happened? The market went up. Look at it. So, have you seen it? After the cross, the market went up to this extent. So let's do a little back test to confirm what I'm telling you. Let me do a little back test and show you. Now look at this one. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. After here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next is now the story. And each of these 4 always matches with those things, with the histogram changing and most times the crossing in the main chart. And the thing will also cross below your second window. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Look at it. So just see what I'm telling you. Just see what I'm telling you. Each of the cross like this, there must be a cross in the histogram line, and you are about to take at least 10 to 5 candles. It will not fail you. Try this. It will not fail you. Come on. I said it will not fail you. Try this. Let me look if I can see any. Okay, let's see. Jump index. Let's see jump index. This one is not yet matured. Let's see. This one is scalping. This one is for selling. It's for selling. Selling. No, we don't have entry opportunity here. Let's see. Boom. This one now. Now, always be careful once you see things like this. Always be careful once you see things like this. Now look at what we have here now. If you look at what we have here now, something is coming up here. Something is coming up. So if this thing now should cross together, though I have a market I placed for days now. I have a market I placed for days. I have market I placed for days on boom 500. I have a target of making this, each of this market $100 per trade. I have a target of making all these things $100 per trade. That is my target. So I'm hoping to see that come to pass. Look at here. Look at here. Are you seeing it? Then look at what this is scalping. This is scalping. So don't think it's not possible. It's 100% possible. All right, it's 100% possible. So with all those things, anything is possible. Are you see what I'm saying now? So you should not enter when it have not crossed, because if you have entered here now, this spike will have destroyed you. Are you seeing it now? But I have opportunity to scalp once this thing will enter from 90 to this place. That is for scalping. All right, and remember that this thing have crossed 200 levels. So your confirmation and all your confidence should be when this market will turn over to this place. Give this video a try out. Sorry that the video is long, but
if you watch it carefully, you will definitely make out something. For you to be in a safer hand, trade once the whole thing crosses above 200, and trade when it has crossed 90 to 80. Anything that happens here, your TP, your take profit should be at 50 if you have capital. But if you don't have capital, once you take 5 candles, you are out of trade. That is how market works. Anybody can do this. Use this and raise money to help your family in this season. Just do it. You too can do it. If I can do it, you too can do it. There is no magic in all those things. What I mean, there is no magic in all those things. Somebody may ask me, what is the best? All right, now look at this place now. We are having an opportunity, but the higher time frame is saying no to it. The higher time frame is saying no to it. So how do I know that this scalping is going to work? I will allow those things now to start counting. If the 4 will close and the histogram will change to red, that means that by then it will cross here, and by so doing, I am already making profit. So what I'm giving you is not just to give you a strategy to make profit. I am also teaching you so that you will not fall victim of losing your trade. And if all those things I am saying is still confusing to you, if you cannot understand anything I'm saying about this, please don't criticize the video. It simply means that you don't have all the knowledge required, because those, mostly my student knows what I'm talking about, and those who have been trading with knowledge knows what I'm saying. So if you are new and maybe you have seen one simple strategy that worked for you for one day and the next day didn't work, that doesn't mean that when you see somebody who is trying to make you understand maybe what probably you don't know, don't criticize the person. Because one thing you should know is that we are not competing with anybody. We are dropping videos to help people. Your duty is to watch. If you don't want to watch, please, you go to the next person. That is the best thing to do instead of criticizing or doing comparison. My name is GDFX. My mission is to make sure I will see you succeed. And once I see you succeed, my mission is accomplished. So always think good for others and make sure you are not greedy. Thank you. GDFX is signing out.